Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto News Simplified. My name is Ali and today is April 25th, 2022. So I know it's been a hot minute since I've been here, but I'm back at it, guys. And so to start off the news, for the biggest news of the day, Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion. So this was pretty huge news. And because of this, Dogecoin is like pumping right now. There's a lot of speculation as to what Elon's going to do. Now Twitter is completely private, meaning he can do whatever he wants to do with the company. He's talked about putting it, the coding, making it open source. He's talked about putting it on the blockchain. He's talked about adding Dogecoin for tipping. So there's a lot of things. And his main thing that he said is getting rid of crypto spam bots. So if you use Twitter, there are so many bots that just like send you so many messages. Um, so yeah, I look forward to see what he's doing and to see what he's going to do with Twitter. And speaking of spam bots and bots in particular, guys, you have to be careful when you're working with crypto, okay? Today, the Bored Ape Yacht Club's Instagram got hacked and they posted a fake link to all the followers saying that there's a new a live mint going on today for land and the other side Metaverse that they're working on. So people clicked this link, and by clicking this link, they gave access to their Metamask. They were really clicking a smart contract and they were enabling the hackers to go into the MetaMask and to drain it. So there was around 100 NFTs that were stolen from people, from bored apes to the mutant apes to the dog. I don't know what it's called, but it's from Yuga Labs. Doodles. There's a bunch of NFTs stolen. Millions of dollars worth of NFTs stolen. So this again, this was the official Bored Ape Instagram that got hacked. So I just want to say if you get a link in the email or if someone messages it to you or you even see it on the official accounts on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and it says like new mint going on now or public sale mint, before you jump on that, do your research and was there a mint previously mentioned? We know that the Bored Ape Yacht Club is working on the other side Metaverse and they are going to do a land sale on the 30th. They've been promoting it, they've been talking about it, so everyone knows on the 30th is the land sale. So it's kind of out of character for one of these NFT companies to just randomly on one day send you an invite saying, "Hey, we have a secret mint going on." That's bound to not happen. It hasn't happened. Usually all mint days in NFTs are public knowledge and they hype it up. So you have to, think about it. If you're unsure, research it, check the other official accounts. So that sucks. And there's so many NFTs are being stolen, and there's that back door uh to the MetaMask. By clicking this link, you're giving your MetaMask access to the hackers. So you want to make sure that you're using like a ledger or a cold storage wallet so that that can't happen. Because if that were to happen, you would have to confirm it on your ledger. So that's a way to protect yourself. But I can see something's going to be done about this, I imagine, legally. These NFTs that are stolen will probably get blacklisted and they won't have any resale value. Maybe they'll have resale value on the black market, but it's crazy. And here we have from MetaMask, they were in response to what's going on with Bored Ape Yacht Club. They said, fake emails like this are still going around and will likely continue to do so. Your secret recovery phrase is for your eyes only. MetaMask will never ask you for it. So, guys, just make sure, like I said, if you receive an email from a protocol that you use, like if it's like Spooky Swap, Trader Joe, Krabata, Pegaxi, any of these Web 3.0 protocols that you use, they will never email you. They will never email you and give you a link to click. When you get these emails and click this link, you're giving them access to your wallets, and they're able to drain your wallet. So this is why you want to use cold storage. This is why you want to have multiple wallets. You don't want to have one wallet with all your money in it and connect that wallet to all these different things. Me personally, I use two web browsers. I use Brave and I use Google Chrome. So I do all my crypto stuff on one, and then I do my normal everyday stuff on the other. This is just to protect my wallet. So things like this are things you can do. And we have another hack. So StepIn's it's a workout game on Solana. Basically, like it rewards you for working out. So StepIn impersonators stealing users' seed phrases. So again, more private keys being stolen, and this comes from phishing sites. So again, if you click one of these links and it takes you, let's say, to a StepIn, it looks like StepIn's official site. But if you read the email address or the website address, I guarantee there's a typo. But let's say you click on one of these links, it takes you to a website that looks just like the original, and it asks you to input information, and it asks for your recovery phrase or your seed phrase or your private key. Do not ever enter that into anything, guys. When you create a wallet and you're given your private key or your recovery phrase, write it down. Don't take pictures of it. Don't back it up to the cloud. Don't text it to anyone. Don't even say it out loud, near a microphone. If you're, I'm that paranoid, because they're always listening. So you want to make sure that you just write it down, keep it out of sight, and on pen and paper. That's the best way to do it. So just, be careful and make sure you're reading up on wallet safety, okay? Up next, internal crypto documents of the EU, that's the European Union, were leaked and showing that the policymakers prefer ETH over BTC, so Bitcoin. So this is not surprising. A lot of people are hating on Bitcoin because it's proof of work, meaning you need miners to validate the network and like keep it running. So this requires computers to run all day, and honestly, I don't think it's really that bad for the environment. They just don't like it because it's more decentralized that way. With proof of stake, it's you give up and sacrifice on decentralization. Not all the way. It doesn't have to be fully centralized, but it depends on the blockchain and how it works. But yeah, you give up on decentralization and but they believe it's better for the environment. And I also believe that it also has to do with who owns a lot of Ethereum infrastructure. So we know if you watch my videos with Consensus, how they have that lawsuit going on right now, and how the guy, I forget his name, but he took the documents and gave it to JP Morgan, and now JP Morgan owns Consensus, which owns like Consensus they made Metamask and they update and write the code for Metamask. They write a lot of the core infrastructure, the coding for Ethereum. So Ethereum is supposed to be transitioning to a proof of stake soon. It was supposed to be this quarter, but they pushed it back to next quarter, I believe. And honestly, I don't think it's going to happen for another year. Um, I personally believe they're stuck. I really do. Um, like to transition from proof of work to proof of stake is like to take your F-150 truck and turn it into an electric car. Like, keeping like the same parts of the motor and everything, like running, like turn it fully electric. That's how hard it is. I imagine it's just a headache of computer coding. Um, so, I hope they're successful, but we'll see. Time will tell. And speaking of more proof of work FUD, the New York legislators are voting on banning proof of work mining. So they're talking about it this week. I think they voted today. I have to double check that they were going to vote today. So if you want to read this bill yourself, it is Bill S6486D slash A7389C. So you can go on to New York's legislation website. You can Google it, DuckDuckGo it, and search for this bill. And yeah, read it for yourself. So they're talking about a 2-year moratorium on cryptocurrency mining that uses proof of work. So it wouldn't just be Bitcoin. It would also be Dogecoin uses proof of work. Litecoin uses proof of work. I think Monero uses proof of work. So, and this is to be in line with the 2019 Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act, so which helps to cut greenhouse emissions. So again, I really don't think miners are that big of a deal. I mean, compared to other things in the environment, and I believe the whole, you know, the world's gonna burn in the next 2 years thing is just a little old, honestly. Up next, we have USN stablecoin goes live on Near Protocol. So Near Protocol has come out with their own USN, and they use the same algorithms basically as Terra and UST, meaning that you can that it's a algorithmic stablecoin. So it's not like USDT or USDC where it's tied to assets. It's backed by assets and currencies and things like that. Excuse me. Instead, it's backed by Near Protocol and other cryptocurrencies. So I think they backed some of it with Tether. I saw they backed some of it with Tether, but I don't know what other cryptocurrencies they use. I'm sure they use Cash as well. They'll probably be transitioning to being backed all by crypto. I'd have to look at it honestly, the white paper. I didn't read it. So it launched today though, and they had promised that they would give 20% APY to compete with Terra Luna, and it came out and they only were able to give 10%. So, a lot of people were laughing at that, but it is what it is. I don't use Near Protocol. I know a lot of people like it. They say that Near Protocol is Ethereum 2.0. It basically took Ethereum 2.0 and did it from scratch. And it has a lot of institutions have invested into it, like VC, venture capitals, have put a lot of money into it. So there's a lot of people standing behind Near. But honestly, I haven't used it. So up next, we have getting Shibby with it. Shib Burning Portal launches. So this is something that the Shiba Inu devs were working on because there's just so much Shiba Inu. There's like over 500 trillion coins. Like that's so many coins. And the thing is, guys, this is where you have to do your research into the tokenomics, the economics behind the coins. Um, because people think that Shiba Inu is gonna hit like $10 or even like $50,000 like Bitcoin, and it's not going to happen. There's just way too many coins. It's just mathematically impossible. Even if the whole world owned like $10 worth of Shiba, it still wouldn't hit $50,000. There's just no way. So they opened up this burn portal so that you yourself can burn your own coins. Now, if you burn your coins, you will receive burnt SHIB tokens in your Ethereum wallet, which will pretty much pay you in Ryoshi rewards at a variable rate. So in this picture, the APR is 9.72. So basically, if you burn your Shiba Inu tokens, you'll receive burnt SHIB, which is, I guess, automatically staked or automatically tied to Ryoshi, and you'll receive Ryoshi as a reward. So you would have to add burnt SHIB and Ryoshi to your Ethereum wallet to see it in there. So yeah, within the first 24 hours, over 8 billion SHIB was burned. So that's a lot of coins. I don't know what Ryoshi does. What's the point of holding this token? But Ryoshi is also the name of the main dev working on the Shiba Inu code, and he is or she is anonymous. So I don't know who they are. I don't think they've released their identity. But yeah, I don't know what the Ryoshi token, what you can do with that. But yeah, you can collect it. And I imagine eventually they'll do something with it. Shiba Inu's really been innovating and doing a lot of things with their own metaverse. With you know, they have the DAO, they have the Bone, the Wolf tokens that you can earn by staking. So this portal. So they've really been doing a lot of things. So that's pretty cool. Up next, we have Cardano to increase block size by 10% today. So basically they're just making their blocks bigger in the blockchain, so adding 8 kilobytes, so it's going from 80 to 88 kilobytes worth of data it can hold. So this means more transactions can get confirmed at once, and this will also help the blockchain for transactions to happen faster, and for, yeah, hopefully speed, the speed of transactions and lower transaction fees. Because the thing is, when with a lot of these blockchains, the more people that are using the network, the higher the transaction fees, because you have to pay to get your transaction like done, to get it verified. So if everyone's trading on the network and it's clogging it up, the blockchain's going to require more money to verify. So that's just how some of them are set up. So yeah, hopefully this will work. You know, there's a lot of people have theories on if it will or won't work, but we'll see. And they said that they're gonna test, or they're gonna release it and watch it for one epoch, which is 5 days, before they decide if they need to increase it again. So we've seen a lot of dApps being deployed on Cardano. Like their DeFi sector is finally up and running. I think they're like I think they're in the top 15 for sure on DeFi Llama. If you go on DeFi Llama and check out, the TVL locked and all the different blockchains, so people are starting to use Cardano more. So yeah. Up next, Meta will open a physical metaverse themed store in San Francisco Bay Area. So this is pretty crazy. Basically, it's going to be a store with giant TVs, as you can see in this picture, and you're going to be able to put on a headset and everything, and just check out different things that they're going to offer in their metaverse. So I imagine different clothing, different shoes, different avatars even, and different things that you can do in the metaverse. Like they'll probably have different islands you can explore or different rides or games that you can play. So this is to help just bring people into the metaverse so that they can try it out without committing to spending, $800 on a headset and everything. So I imagine that's what it's for. Up next from Watcher Guru, we have 94% of surveyed Fortune 500 executives have blockchain project plans. So that's pretty huge, and we are just now seeing the institutions get involved in blockchain, and they're really putting in the research and figuring out how they want to utilize it to their gain. So yeah, I think it's just one step closer to mass adoption, and I think we're going to see a lot more things like centralized things on blockchain. A lot of people think of blockchain and Bitcoin and they think everything's decentralized, everything's, freedom, and that's not true. Not all the blockchains are decentralized, not all of them work like that. So this will be really interesting. Also, I'm sure a lot of cool legal cases will come up, especially with all of these NFTs being stolen too. I imagine a lot of new legal battles will come out, and like internet digital rights will really be tested in these coming years. Up next, we have Nissan and Toyota prepare to enter the metaverse. So again, this is more companies joining the metaverse, and so Nissan already has a virtual reality version of its Nissan Crossing Gallery in Tokyo. So this is pretty cool. So I can imagine that now you'll be able to look with a VR headset, you'll be able to look at different cars and test drive them in the metaverse versus test driving them in real life. And looking at these Nissans, they look so cool and futuristic. I imagine this will only be in the metaverse, but it'd be cool if they actually came out with cars like this. They look really nice. So yeah, more companies joining the metaverse. And lastly, we have Chinese sportswear brand Ning will release a line of clothing featuring the Bored Ape Yacht Club number 4102 NFT. So the thing with NFTs, guys, if you buy it, you own it, so you can license it, You could come out with clothing like they're doing, and was it Los Angeles? They opened up the restaurant. So there's things you can do, and you're allowed to use the images of the NFTs. So yeah, so the Chinese market is the biggest market, on the earth, and Bored Ape Yacht Club is already like the number one NFT on the earth. It's one of the most popular, so that's pretty cool. So that's basically it for tonight. I know it was a lot of news, but I hope you all have a great night. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter if you guys want to talk about crypto or if you have any questions. Don't forget, I do appointments, so we can do one-on-one and I can walk you through everything crypto, Web 3.0, blockchain, and all that jazz. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great night.